One of the worst things that can happen to a collector, specifically a new collector, is accidentally buying or trading for fake cards. Whether it's fake Pokemon cards or other TCG cards, getting fake cards sucks because A, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth because you're scammed of either your cards or money through a trade or buy situation, and B, you're left with a worthless product that is fake. So in this video, I'm going to showcase to you guys different things to look out for when you're shopping or trading for Pokemon cards, specifically the different details on fake cards and compared to real cards, how fake cards look in comparison to real cards, and also the different things that you could spot which are dead giveaways that the card is fake. So recently I bought a childhood binder from somebody, and luckily before buying it I was able to spot the fake cards in it, so I didn't pay a lot of money for the binder, but I thought it would give me a good opportunity to create this video and showcase to you guys what to look out for when spotting fake cards, because there were a lot of fake cards inside and there was a lot of variance in the level of fakeness between the cards, whether it's the texture, the style, the lettering, the centering, and just the font and the colors and everything like that. So I wanted to give you guys a first-hand look of what to look out for, and thankfully I have some exact copies of the real versions of these cards, so we could do a side-by-side comparison between the fake version and the real version to showcase to you guys the difference between a fake version and a real version of the card. Alright, so the first thing you guys want to look out for when spotting fake cards is the holo foil. So here I have two Mewtwo EXs. One is a real card and one is a fake one. So immediately you guys could tell that the holo foil on the fake one is a lot more noticeable, and it's a lot more rainbowy or like blurry especially in person. Just comparing them side by side, like the fake one has like a bit of a rainbow effect when you tilt it, whereas the real one it has more of a glowing effect, and the holo is mainly on the artwork. It is an older mid-era card. I mean, a lot of fakes exist from all different eras. You can find vintage fakes, mid-era fakes, even modern fakes, and the level of fakeness varies. Again, I'll show you guys what I mean. For this one, first thing you guys want to look out for is really the holo foil. So when you guys are spotting a card, tilt it around and see how the foil reflects the lighting. Usually you could tell right away if it's a bad foil because of the way it reflects the light and because of the rainbow effect. Another thing here you guys can look out for is the font and the blurriness of the text. So with the fake card, especially when the light hits it, it gets really blurry in comparison to the real one, which has a lot sharper text. The line work is a lot sharper, especially around like the symbols or the borders or elements like that. The first three things to look out for is the holo foil, the text, and also the border of the card. One other big giveaway of fake cards is the back of it. So usually with fake cards, they really skimp out on the back quality, like the reverse side of the card. Here you can tell right away the real one. It looks like a real card, and the best way to spot this is if you have a real card for reference, usually even like a common or uncommon card, if you guys always keep one on your side. For the back of the card, the color of the ink is off, especially the border. The blue of the border is a lot, how would you say this, like it's less blue. It might be hard to describe it, but it is easy to tell when you look at it in person or even on camera. I think it should be able to catch it well enough. But that's the next thing you should look at, the reverse side of the card always, and compare it with the real card so you guys can immediately tell if it's a fake card. So next we have this Mew V from Fusion Strike. So here the border size is even more noticeable. So here you guys could tell that the real card has a lot slimmer border in comparison to the fake card. The border size of real Pokemon cards should always be consistent. I mean, again, if you have a real card for reference, it's going to be a lot easier to identify which one's a fake card and what's a real card, just by the similarities of a real card to a fake card, and the differences between it. But here the border is very different, and here the holo foil is even more noticeable when you compare it to versus just the regular EX. Full art cards or illustration cards are going to be a lot easier to notice when you spot a fake. Some fakes are really good and really good replica, but almost always there is a difference between the real card and the fake card, whether it's the texture, the back, or the font size. Here, of course, we're looking at the border size primarily, but also the holo foil is very different when comparing the two cards against the light. I don't know if you guys could tell what I mean by the rainbow effect, but when you hit it against the light, the fake card, it like really glows with this like rainbow effect, whereas the real card, it's very subtle. And the holo, I mean, you could tell like which areas of the card are like shining, and there's more of a 3D effect on the card. Like the hollow foil will just hit the eyes or the tail when you hit it, and there's a bit of a glow on the actual Mew card here. Whereas with the fake card, the hollow foil is everywhere, like it's a flat card. That's what I mean by like the 3D effect. Like the hollow foil of a real card has the texture and has like a bit more depth when you hit it against the light. But here, same case. So the back of these two cards, again, you can tell which one's the fake one and which one's the real one. But in this case, the back of the Mew V is a little bit different compared to the back of that Mewtwo. So if we bring back the Mewtwo EX, the back of these two cards are very different, but they're both fake cards. So it's going to be hard to identify which one's a real one, which one's a fake one. And the fact that they're both fake here, and you don't have a real card for reference, you won't be able to tell which one's fake at this point. Some people might think that the Mew V card is real because the backing, the font size and the colors and the sharpness of the image is a lot better compared to the fake one, but in reality these are both fake. So what you would need to do is get a real card in comparison, and when you lay all three on top of each other, here you could tell that there's the difference between all three of them. So again, fake cards vary between the levels of their fakeness and of how well it replicates the real card. My main recommendation is always have a real card for reference. Next, I have a fake card that's very noticeably fake, and it's this Ninetales GX. So I mean, some people can't really notice it, but real cards almost always have hollow foils, especially if they're full arts or hits like an EX or anything higher than an EX. They always have hollow foils, but here this fake card doesn't even have that. Like it's a flat paper printed card without any hollow foil compared to the real Ninetales GX here with the hollow foil on it, and it's beautiful. The real card is a beautiful looking card, but the fake one is a flat, just like it's been printed from a regular printer. So the reverse side of the card here, it's even worse. It's upside down, and the print is so bad. Like this is a terrible looking fake, but some people that are new to collecting might not notice these things immediately because they don't have a real card for reference and they think it looks fine to them. You'll always see this with kids or new collectors in like flea markets or just like third-party markets or places that normally don't sell Pokemon cards. You'll spot fakes like these, and some people fall for them. So you might laugh, but it does trick some people. And in the same vein, we have this SIR or Special Illustration Rare that's just as fake as the Ninetales GX. But here, this Spindops EX from Scarlet and Violet base set, the real card I have here, and then the fake card. Again, this is a terrible looking fake because it's just like the Ninetales GX. It's just printed. There's no hollow foil or anything like that. One other thing to look out for is texture. So really good fakes look very similar, but the one thing that most fakes cannot replicate is the texture of the card. So the newer cards or more expensive cards, usually if the rarity is really high, they have this texture on them. So with this SIR, it's kind of like I don't know, like a line texture, but usually different types of cards have different textures on them. And what I mean is, like, it's not a flat card, like there's very small indents. It might be hard for the camera and light to catch it, but in person you could really tell. And some cards, even you could even feel it. Although that's not really recommended because you might accidentally damage the card or get fingerprints all over it. But that's one other thing to really look out for: texture on cards. Yeah, this one, even the back of it sucks. Like it's a terrible looking fake. I don't know this. Some of these fakes were really bad. I don't know how some people fall for them, or maybe they were just given to them for free. Like I know some parents buy fake cards to give to their. I know some parents buy fake cards to give to their kids just to get them started. They get into circulation by just trading or giving away cards between kids, and then lo and behold, someone that doesn't know might buy it and or trade for it with the real card. So really, if you're a parent or if you're a new collector, look out for these fakes and just be aware of them. So next, I have this Scissor EX. Here, I'm just going to quickly go over it, but this is actually not a bad fake. It looks pretty good at first. I mean, if you were just looking for the card at a first glance, it doesn't look that bad, but in comparison to obviously the real version, you could right away tell what's real and what's not. But if you were just looking at the Scissor EX, alone or standalone, it might be a bit hard to tell. But you once you do hit it against the light and you do quickly and you do look at the font, especially again in comparison to a real card, you'll be able to tell it. It doesn't even have to be like the same card, like any other card, whether it's an EX or anything, a common, uncommon, or rare. You just compare the font between them, and almost always you'll be able to tell what's real and what's not. Again, hollow foil here is really bad. The borders are bad. The back of it, it's not terrible, but it is fake. Again, against the real card, you could tell right away. But even standalone, it's just very glossy in comparison to like a real card that's a lot more like matte or satin finish, and that's that. I just wanted to go over this Infernape. So this is actually a card that I had as a kid growing up. It is a fake card. I kind of knew as a kid growing up that it was fake, but I just wanted to have it because it's an Infernape. Again, Infernape is my favorite Pokemon, so having this card was cool. But I want to go over it just to showcase to you guys different elements to look out for again. So here the font of the Infernape and the titling on the top is golden. Almost always you'll hardly ever see this on a real card. I don't think it really exists aside from maybe some specialty cards, but usually the font on cards are black. Here the font, it's a bit more stretched, like it's taller compared to regular Pokemon cards. But the hollow foil, it's actually not that bad on this regular card. So just even rare cards could be faked, so keep an eye on that. The back of it, it's very bad. I mean, it did get damaged just because it's a childhood card that I had, and I probably didn't sleeve it or take care of it that well. I still kept a hold of it, so I just wanted to showcase to you guys in this video, just to show it to you guys and to show you guys that even rare cards could be fake, like just a regular rare hollow could be faked, so keep an eye out for that. It's not just the big hits that are faked. And before moving on to showcasing all of the fake cards that I have, just to showcase to you guys a stack of fake cards, I wanted to go over these ones that were in the stack. So these are like monochrome gold cards or silver cards. I mean, these are very fake, but these are just so cool to look at, especially the Mewtwo EX and the Charizard GX. The Charizard, unfortunately, is super scratched up, but these, again, are fake cards. They're replicas, or I don't know, I've seen them for sale even, like people try to sell them as like specialty cards or fan arts, cooler looking fakes that some people might keep in their collection just because they're super cool, but they're like fully golden foil or cards that are like etched into the gold, or or the card. It's just super cool to look at, but when you see them up close, or if you ever see them anywhere, they are fake. You could buy them if you want, but I mean, just to let you guys know, these don't actually exist. I know some people do get tripped up with them, or confused and think they're real cards, but no, anything like this does not exist. There are actually metal cards that do exist, and some people sometimes think the metal cards like from the promos, like the ultra premium collection promos, are fake, but some of those are real, like the Charizard, Pikachu, the Mew. There's a metal Mew from the 1x1 UPC. There's other metal cards like a Greninja. There's a couple of Greninja metal cards from the ultra premium collection. Those are real cards, but the ones like these are not real. Alright, so now let's look at the stack. And one other thing I forgot to mention to you guys is the sizing of the cards. Sometimes a fake card's not even cut to a correct size of a Pokemon card. So again, here having a real card is always important, so you guys can overlay the fake card on the real card. But some of these are super badly done, and whenever the HP or the attack power is way too high, you know it's a fake card. I mean, some kids really like it to have like super strong Pokemon, but those are again fake cards. But here you guys could tell, like some of these, the hollow foil is not terrible, but usually almost always you could tell right away once you hit it against the light that it is a fake card, especially if you have handled real cards before. So the big problem is some people have never handled real cards. Usually it's parents that just have kids that collect cards, or that want to buy cheap cards, so they buy them online off like a third-party website, and almost always those guys are fake. So if the price is too low or the price is too good to be true, almost always it is a fake card. Unless there's other problems like damage on the card. But if it's like a pack of Pokemon cards that are too cheap, or say like some super premium cards or something like that on like a third-party website, almost always that is a fake card, so look out for them. That's how these cards get into circulation. I know like some parents, I've heard stories and I found out the hard way, but that they buy cards like that. Like if they could buy like 100 cards for like $10, for example, and they're all like hits like these, but turns out that they're all fake cards that are printed overseas or wherever, and then they get into circulation locally with kids, and then they get into fights and stuff like that. So it's actually best to just avoid fake cards in general if you can. It's better to have a real card than to have a fake card, I guess. That's just my opinion. But really, that's about all I had to say. So you guys could tell as we go on, the cards get worse and worse, and the later stack of cards are all like the paper printed cards that look terrible. I mean, again, they're cool if you want to just give it to kids to just play around with, but I'm not advocating for fake cards, but I know why they exist and how they get into circulation. Just if you are looking to buy cards, especially locally or in person, these are just things to look out for. So I hope you find this video useful, and as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new here or aren't subscribed, and share this video if you guys found it useful. Thank you for watching.